Hey everybody, it's Andy here at Game On Tilly. We're back for a vintage prelim tonight. I'm going to be bringing in my CradleVine list, and we are going to be playing the Hogak package, Hogak Blood Gas package in this. I normally play 2 to 3 Blood Gas. I'm going to play 4 of them today with 3 Hogaks. An MTGO player by the name of Miss Trigger about 2 weeks ago won a vintage challenge with a very similar list. I don't know how this matches up to theirs exactly, but this is what we're going to take in today. Um, I've always liked Hogak. I've certainly played it in the Hogak Vine lists, which of course did not feature the cradles. They had fetches and duels in there with Deathrite Shamans. We're just eschewing all that. We're basically playing CradleVine, which this list is, with Hogak in it. And um, in my opinion, naming it's just still CradleVine because, of course, it's got all the cradles in it. And sideboard, not a whole lot fancy here. We're going to go with a full dismember package to be able to combat White Initiative and miscellaneous creatures. And we've got some Mindbreak traps to help us with combo, and obviously our Bazaar package for 3 Surgicals, 4 Endurances. And I am going to play the extra Besagio in the board today over the basic, just to help combat Oath of Druids mainly. Of course, Sphinx of the Steel Wind as well. Anyways, guys, appreciate you hanging out. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's see how we do here. Okay, guys, here we are in round 1. And we did not win the die roll. I still think this is a pretty decent hand. So hopefully my opponent doesn't do anything too broken. Ancient Tomb. Okay, is this Workshops? Oh, it's Jewel. Wow, they just have a turn 1 coveted Jewel? Brutal. PO, I guess, a possibility. This is just a Jewel. Wow. Oh, Mystic Forge. Okay, I'm pleased with that. That could have been far, far worse for me. Okay, that looks like they're not done. Jeez. Yeah, that's really disappointing that they were able to pull that off the Mystic Forge, because Mystic Forge in itself is quite poor typically in these type of builds. Like, I've got a lot of experience with Mystic Forge, and they are inconsistent at best. And this is probably going to put them right into a Jewel here. Ugh, really bad luck. Yep. A little bit disappointing, but that's what happens when you play a deck with no interaction. Kitten, yep. Okay, I will concede to a Kitten if they play something else here. We do have a chance we can steal the Jewel here. If we can hit a Root Walla. I can play the Mox out first here. Nice, we did. So we have a chance here. We have a chance. Really what we want to do is draw a Collector Roof, and we can maybe win. Okay. All right. I wish we had another green card here in our hand. So I can proactively kill a couple of their spells here. The question is do I go after this Mystic Forge? Like, what if they have like another Jewel or a PO or something in their hand? I think I wait. See what they do here. I guess I could take them off of Jewel by doing this, because they could copy my Jewel just even with a Metamorph. I think I wait. Yeah, here's the Metamorph. Okay. I think I hard cast it. They don't run Flusterstorm. I can't really stop a PO. I just have to hope that they don't have anything. Maybe I leave them the Mystic Forge now. I don't know. No, I'm going to take the Forge. Look, this is not optimal, guys, but I think this is our best bet, is to let them Metamorph something else, not the Coveted Jewel, and taking away. So they do have a Force of Will. So they're going to copy me here, and I'm just going to die because they have the Displacer Kitten. Yeah. We put up a good fight. Like, we almost got there, but Displacer Kitten and Jewel is like a vicious combo. Yeah, okay. They got us there. A little bit disappointing that we got an opportunity to untap there and we couldn't close out like after our opponent's insanely broken turn one. I think Hex Drinker is really what I'm looking to do here. Maybe we just need to have a little bit of a higher green count. Maybe what I can do is just bring in the extra Hogak then. Try something like that. I think this is fine. Like, this is a tough matchup. There's no doubt. Like, Jewel is not a super popular deck at the moment, but it is absolutely one of the harder matches for us. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can do better here. We had a really nice hand there. Okay, I like this hand. Let's hope they play a ley line here. Wow. I mean, we just get destroyed by Tabernacle here, but there's not much we can do there. I maybe should have kept the second Mindbreak Trap there. Yeah, that was a mistake. Okay. If I draw a green card next turn, if I get to untap, it's good. One. Yeah, that could have been a costly mistake. Okay. I mean, they could hardcast Force of Will here, but yeah, they have hardcast Force up. Well, we gotta try. Yeah, they have hardcast, so we made a huge error there. Okay. Well, we do have a Force of Vigor in hand here. The Seiju's also very nice as well. We just have to hope our opponent doesn't draw anything here, which is a tall ask. Just a jewel. Yep, right away punished. Unbelievable. Yeah, like I mean, I can't feel sorry for myself. I pitched the mind break trap there, and they had an insane opener again. Yep. I have to hope I get an opportunity to go on top here. It's a tall ask. No. Damn. Is this a PO? World coil. Oh yeah, geez. Okay. Yep, take 6. Green card, please. Or cradle. Okay, this time I am going to spin. Well, I can get through here. It's going to cost me one of my creatures, and I think that's okay. Because if I can get this Kobita Jewel here, that's really good for me. Yeah, this gives me some hope. I definitely can spin. So I can Beseiju one, Force of Vigor the other, if I so choose to. Like my opponent has a million mana here. Okay. I'm not out of this yet, guys. It's maybe not looking amazing for me, but it's I need them to brick a bit off the top here. That's unreal, guys. I just cannot believe my opponent is ripping these jewels off the top. 2 jewels in a row with no cards in hand. It's really something else. course it will. Yep. Okay, so I guess we pitch now. Still, we'll be able to get the jewel here, hopefully. All right, I'm gonna draw off the jewels. So I think that I just go with everything here the best I can. If they take it, they go on to a mana crypt flip. Not great. And I think I do. I hate to do this, but I think I do Beseiju here. Keep one of my creatures alive. I mean, it takes me off of casting something, but I think it's okay. I mean, I can still draw a Cradle off the top. I don't really like giving them a land for this, but I don't really like losing my hollow ones here. Maybe I just don't do that. Maybe I just let them all trade. Okay. Okay. It's bizarre. Not great, guys. Wow. I'm going to play the Chalice here. I don't think I want Yavimaya Cradle of Growth here. I have these coveted jewels. Okay. I'm just going to discard this, guys, if you're wondering why I did that. Just need a bit of a break here. A Collector Roof could win this for me. Like, my opponent has really drawn like 99th percentile off the top of their deck here. Like, 2 turns in a row, they were empty-handed and drew coveted jewels off the top. And that is highly abnormal. Gonna spin here. Gotta try and win somehow, guys. We need help. I need that mana crypt to really help me along here. Okay, help. I'm gonna spin. I need a collector roof here. Okay, those are not what I'm looking for. Gotta fade one more turn here, guys. Okay. All right. Chalice is still good here. I feel like Hogak is at least good at it pitches to force, and it really does clock my opponent hard. Huh. Oh, I'm at 60 already. What am I doing? Okay. This is a mulligan. Powder. I'm going to put the powder back. This one doesn't have a lot of interaction, if any at all. Do I need to do better than this with another powder? I have a chance I could draw Force and Bigger off the top. Wasteland. I mean, I think I have to powder this, guys. Yeah, much better. Okay. So grateful I did that. It goes against nature to powder away what is deemed a decent Bazaar hand. Play Saga here. Okay. Mystic Forge. Yep. I think it'll. Okay. Well, I mean, pretty nice rip. Now we just have to pray that their card isn't Force of Will. We're going to take the needle and their forge, and we'll get rid of a Hogak. Okay, that at least worked. Okay, maybe a chance at a vine here. Nope, we didn't get there. Now, let's just hope my opponent doesn't have anything going on here that's going to give me an opportunity to get to untap here. Because I've got a pretty reasonable chance at these vines if I get to untap. Yeah, don't like that very much. but it's far preferable to some of the plays they could have been doing here. That's not what I need. Okay, well, I need some help here. I'm still feeling optimistic if they don't do anything this turn. Okay. Come on, baby. Yes. So what if they have surgical or something like that? I'm wanting to save the root walla for a force of vigor, the green root walla, and I think I'm going to be greedy and hope that they do not have any type of removal for my Vengevines here. Okay. I think I play the Beseju and get to the Bloodghast. Yeah. I mean, this is very lethal next turn. So let's fade this turn, guys. All right. An improbable but good round one win. I don't know how we won that match. We beat 2 worm coils in game 2. Like the probability of that is really low, but we will take that. Okay, guys, here we're in round 2, and I know that this opponent is playing Doomsday. And we are unfortunately on the draw. I don't think this hand is going to be good enough. So we're going to mulligan this one. Much better. This could at least mix a pile up. I think we could, maybe we want a Turbo Bazaar. I feel like Force of Vigor is really bad too. Force of Vigor is typically low impact. If I'm wrong on what my opponent's playing, that could be a disaster. No, it is Doomsday. Okay. Hmm. Okay, well, my opponent is putting me to the test right away, and there's not much we can do here other than wasteland my opponent and pray. We don't have a lot of interaction. But we get a lot better post board against Doomsday. And I don't know how competent this opponent is at actually playing Doomsday. Uh, Anybody can put together a a normal Oracle pile, like Ancestral and Oracle pile. But when you start to get into layering and nuancing and understanding to play around what your opponent could be playing or might have in hand, it becomes a little bit more intricate. And so it is possible that my opponent will play into a, doesn't have another land in hand and is going to play into a wasteland. That is possible. And I think that's my best bet here. Like, I don't think spinning my Bazaar, one, is going to put me into anything. I guess it could technically put me into, like, Black Lotus, oof. It is a possibility, but it's pretty low. And I also don't know that it's worth me giving the information up as to what I am actually playing. I mean, most people would probably label me as a Bazaar player, but I do like to think I have a moderate amount of range. Well, more than moderate, but all right, let's see what they've done here. I see 2 underground seeds, so it's possible they have one. They go for Ancestral or Lotus, or Gush. Oh, it's Gush. It's a Gush kill. Okay, so I think that they, I mean, Wastelanding, if they've gone for a Gush kill here, then I might actually get lucky. Chalice would be boss off the top. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've got to do. This might get a pass turn here, possibly. But if they just got to land in the Ancestral, I just die. But I have to try. Lotus. We did not get there. Okay. Just dead here. As I say, you never know what your opponent's going to do here. Like, if they fetch and gush themselves here, I guess with another land, they're good. But they can't actually gush. Wow, am I going to somehow steal this? Can I cast a creature here off my Bazaar? That would be so incredible. Oh my gosh, really? Okay. Going again, we get another crack at it. Come on. Yes. I still don't know if it's enough, but we're gonna do our best here. Like, I'm hitting for 6, so it mightn't be enough. My opponent, I guess, is just gonna draw Black Lotus and kill me. But like, there's no point in casting Hogak. It doesn't matter. But if they've got a street race somewhere in there, like, my opponent's just likely to draw Lotus here, but it's possible there are oracles on the bottom, guys. Okay, do they have the Oracle? Yeah. Okay. We tried our best, guys. Now we're gonna do a little bit better here. Because we're gonna bring in some mind break traps, we're gonna bring in some surgicals, and we've got 4 endurance here. These are all very good against what my opponent's doing. I'm gonna take out all the Hogaks. I'm gonna take out 1 Bloodghast. I think Force of Vigor is typically really bad against my opponent. I think Hex Drinker is probably just weak. I think Beseiju is probably not what I want to be doing. I feel pretty good with this configuration. But as I was saying in that game there, like, it's difficult to navigate the nuancing in Doomsday when it starts to really come down to figuring out what your opponent can possibly do. And of course, my opponent was in the blind. They didn't know what I was playing. So not to intone they did something wrong, but they played into a wasteland line where, you know, had I hit 1 turn earlier with my Bazaar, I would have killed them. And usually when a person Doomsday and they get to untap, I would say 75% of the time you're dead, if not higher. Okay. This one's a little bit sketchy, but it's got double Wasteland, and the Black Lotus is what pulls this together because there is a possibility that I could cast Collector Roof if I draw it. This does apply some pressure. Let's see if they counter this. Oh, they just left 6th. Okay. Well, I don't want to play just blindly into Tabernacle here. I don't know that I'm going to make this damage up the following turn. Hopefully, anyways. That's the idea. Okay. They just Ancestral, eh? I feel like I'm just penciled into Wastelanding here, guys. I'm not really happy about this, but I think it is what it is. Like, I think I'm just mono Wastelanding my opponent out as much as I can. Maybe a little overcautious with the Black Lotus. I've given up some damage here, but okay. Top and bottom, okay. Wouldn't mind another Mind Break Trap here. I think I can wait another turn here, guys. Like, the likelihood of me hitting 2 Root Wallows with a Vine is really low. 8. Preordain. Well, I guess I could go now, and if I hit a root walla, I can pump it and kill them. I guess that's worth it. I got burned. Okay. Guess we can see if we hit a root walla here. We didn't. I can play around Flusterstorm on the Mindbreak Trap. This is not going to be easy for them to win from here. But they have 8 cards in hand, so it's possible. Maybe the Surgical is better to keep here. I'm not sure. Okay, the fact they're doing this makes me feel a lot better. Not to say that they can't get into a Black Lotus or something, but top and bottom. Okay. Well, they cannot Doomsday me now. Like, doesn't that kill them? Okay. Okay, my opponent's thinking about this here. I hope I haven't blown this, but I feel like this kills them. Okay, my opponent just died after trying to spend 5 minutes putting a pile together. I guess they didn't realize I could die at 1 life, but they did message me in the chat wondering they were taking a long time because they were pondering about beating Endurance. And of course, I do have a card in hand in Black Lotus. So I don't think I want to change anything here. Doomsday typically runs Leyline of the Void, and that's why I don't really want these cards. I do like Bloodghast in general, but it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad when Leyline of the Void doesn't play. So I think we just go in as we are. I think this is fine. It's a powder. We'll mulligan that one. Okay, there's a nice looking hand. We'll put a Bazaar, bag that away. We've got some double protection here and Endurance, and we've got a Mindbreak Trap. Now, of course, a Bazaar makes this look a whole lot worse after we do a Bazaar, but it is what it is. We're on the draw here, and we're going to have to be careful how we do things. They've mulliganed, which is good. Two top. Okay, that's pretty scary. Good draw. I honestly don't know that I have the luxury of playing around Tabernacle Pendrell Vale. The way my hand is shaped, it's I mean, it would be tragic if they had it, but not the end of the world. And we just have to hope we draw something good off the top here that we can cast like a Collector Roof or something like that. We're not really wanting to use our Bazaar here because we like what we have in our hand. Now, drawing just any random green card would be fine because we could cast Hex Drinker next turn. And Vampiric Tutor. So they're just going straight for Tabernacle here. So we did get burned. Oh, that's not what I expected. Okay. Two. That's his Oracle. Yep. I guess the question is, do they have Flusterstorm? Yeah, I mean, we do it now. Okay. This is a little bit tricky because I don't want to be under the allure that my opponent is not dangerous here because I actually think they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gamble this turn and I'm going to hard cast the Hex Drinker here. And then I'm going to pump it and keep what's in my hand. So I'm going to attack them for 4. Now look, this is a bit of a gamble, but they only have 1 card in their hand, now 2. Okay, they're going to Doomsday? Wow, okay. That escalated quickly. I mean, we've got some good outs here. I guess we hope we're drawing a land would be good. So I can hard cast Endurance. and have Mindbreak Trap up, that would be solid. Like I am clocking pretty good here. Well, not really. I mean, the Hex Drinker does require me to put mana into it to be able to attack properly, but I mean, I'm probably just going all in here. Yeah, wow. Good for my opponent. They ripped a card off the top. I don't know if it was the Lotus or the Doomsday or the Ritual, but I feel like we have a number of good draws here. Surgical would be good. Land would be good. As long as it's not a Yavimaya Cradle of Growth. I can't have that as a land. A green card would be fine. Like my opponent has no cards in hand here. So even let's see if they use a gush, because if they go for the gush kill, a wasteland, I could proactively wasteland them off of that line. I can make it so they cannot force a will me anymore here by just alphing with everything. What would be a nice pull, I guess, is a Gaia's Cradle. Let's see what they do. So we can put their exact pile together. Okay, so they've gone for it's Ancestral Lotus Oracle, two miscellaneous cards. There are no Force of Wills. So let's untap and see what we can do. Okay. I think I play around days. I do not see days in their pile here. Yep, this is what I got. Okay, they're blocking the big guy. Let's see, guys. Mm-hmm. They got one card in hand. All right. This has to work. All right, we got there. Wow, what a crazy game that was. Nice win. We'll take it. See you next round. Okay, guys, here we are in round three. Prelim, Crazy Diamonds. They were playing the player Mog's blue black control list earlier today. Unfortunately, we didn't win the die roll because we have the chalice, but nonetheless, we have a nice looking hand here. It's very possible we could face him down a turn one Bowmaster, but you gotta live with that. Oh dear. Can you imagine how good a chalice would have been there? Okay. Yikes. So it's possible that they have a Bowmaster here, but okay, they didn't play one on me. Okay, so this could be strong. Or a hull breacher for that matter, so maybe a little bit lucky. Um, certainly would have loved to force a bigger here, but this is okay. Love it if they force a negation. That's just love it. Okay, they're looking for something. I'd be pretty happy if they forced that. I mean, I don't know what their deck is, but I am a little skittish to play this Hell Drinker out with Bowmaster, but I don't really have a lot of choice. It's just so good for me next turn if I can resolve it. Like if I can already have it in play and start pumping. But that said, yeah, I have to gamble. Like if they have the Bowmaster, it's pretty bad for me. But at least it'll force them to come out firing. Like they'll have to be proactive with it. I will not tap my Bazaar into it. Oh, okay, wow. So Chalice must be impactful. Time Twister. Wow, I guess they do have Hull Breachers. All right, well, that's my play. Wow. Yep. Okay. 2, 3, 4. So they can make a 4/4. Here we go, guys. This is what I got. I think I go with everything. Oh no! I just attacked with my Hex Drinker. Oops. That's a problem, isn't it? That's not what I meant to do. I guess it may not be the worst play, to be honest with you. But obviously, I would have rather pumped up my Basking Root Wall and only put it up to 3. That was a mistake. Yeah. Big error on my part. Wow, okay. Maybe they're going to try and wasteland me off. That's really lucky on my part because I can now pump that Hex Drinker up to ultimate. Even if they wasteland me, I have a Cradle. Oh, what they're going to go do is get a Needle on it. That makes sense. But we have another Vengevine that we can cast here if they don't have a Force of Will. Oh, Volt Key. Okay. Yeah, okay. Very rare I make a mistake like that. I think I'll bring these in. try this out. I don't know if they're on the Tinker version, but I am a little bit fearful of hull breachers, so dismember is not a bad thing to have here. They're almost assuredly running Bowmasters, and so Hex Drinker does get a lot worse there. Yeah, let's see how this works. I think this is a decent configuration. Okay, guys, let's see if we can do a bit better in this one. Okay. This is not good. Mulligan to 5 here against the control deck is probably pretty bad. Okay, your go. Probably Wasteland me pass. I mean, that's the kind of what I'm hoping they'll do. But we're definitely in some trouble here. Oh no. Yep. Yeah, that's what they're playing. Is they're playing the black blue control version here. Yep. All right. I was so hoping they didn't have anything for that other blue mana. But yeah, this is not looking good for us. Very, very difficult for us to claw back from here. But we're going to try. It's a good one. Yeah, so we're going to try and get Collector Roof into play. Collector Roof is going to be quite good against them. We're going to have to get lucky here, but... Okay, all right. No, I would not be surprised to see a Force of Will hit my Hollow one here, but that's all right. It's a world we're living in. Yeah. I think as long as I leave my Bazaar alone here, I'm not in the worst place. I think I need a Gaia's Cradle is what I'm after. Okay. Top. Okay. Can I find a green mana off the top here, guys? How good would that be? mean, this is really bad. I mean, I'm sure they have an Urza Saga in hand, but I just have to keep them off of Bowmaster in this type of a situation. I don't have a lot of choice. Like, I'm just finding myself in a position where I have to get lucky in order to be able to win this game. Thought we were going to get their game one, but Vault keyed. Yeah, that's not the worst. I wish I could cast that Hogak. I guess they have that Soul Guide Lantern, but and they can crack that at their will. I feel like this is a pretty good matchup for me. I mean, obviously, I mulliganed pretty low here and lost to a Volt Key in game one, but it just didn't really pull together on this one, this mull, double mull. Oh, lucky. Okay. Wasteland. They've got a Bowmaster here, is what they have. Which just shoots me down. Yep, here it comes. This isn't optimal, guys, but yep. Here comes the Bowmaster. No, okay. I'm just gonna let them put the needle because if they Bowmaster me, I'm just dead. Like literally. So it's not optimal, but them shutting off my stuff here. But any land off the top and I can cast a Collector Roof, which is going to be pretty good here. Yeah, there it was. So I telegraphed that 100 miles away, guys. Like, you're sitting there wondering, like, why is this guy not tapping? You're not going to win if you don't tap your Bazaar, and that's true. But also playing into the Bowmaster just literally wipes my entire board, and I can't win either way. So, we didn't draw land there. It's too bad. Mm-hmm. Like Collector Roof, it could do some work here, guys. It really could. Could gum my opponent up, but I've got to keep him off Urza Saga. That's the card that I lose to here. Okay. It's possible they have another Force of Will. Okay. I guess they get a Fatal Push here. Yeah. Now that I have Gaia's Cradle, I think that they will attack me. Okay. There it is. Lucky ducky. Just treading water here. I could cycle this, but it kills my guy here, and I don't know. I really want the mana for Gaia's Cradle more than the draw. The Bowmaster is definitely gumming me up, though. I don't really have any way to deal with it either. I just need to get my mana in a place where I can start casting my stuff and run my opponent out of resources. And it's not going to be an easy thing to do. The good news for me is my opponent's deck is a lot of counter spells. That's traditionally what they are here. Probably just take my, yep, my Cradle, okay. I'm going to play this out next turn. The reason to play it out is if I draw a Yavimaya Cradle of Growth, it puts me that much closer to being able to cast a Hollow One here. We just need to draw something, like, you know, Basking Root Wall. I think I took all my Hex Drinkers out, but that would be a good draw. Wouldn't mind finding Collector Roof. Yeah, all my guys are gone there. Okay. Lotus is not the worst. I don't think there's a reason to play it out now until I've got something to do. Yeah, I think I played that well. I think I danced around the Orcish Bowmasters quite well there. Despite it was still pretty brutal having it come in. Yeah, that's a Saga coming down. Oh no, okay. Oh, there's another Bowmaster. I don't think there's a lot of reason for me to attack in here, but maybe there is. Oh no. It's a big old boy now. Would have loved to have drawn a Force of Vigor there to be able to get rid of that, but I mean, it's Boseju's far better for me here because I'm just highly unlikely to be able to get through this thing, through the counter magic wall. Now I need my Bazaars badly. All right, we're taking a big hit here. And that's probably the end all be all for me. I'm probably gone here. Yep. They correctly identified Boseju as the threat here. All right, there you have it, guys. Didn't get there this game. We'll see you around 4. Hey, okay, here we go. We are playing against Doomsday, and unfortunately we did not win the die roll. It was a little bit awkward. But let's see what we can do. We did play this opponent a month ago or so in the finals of a prelim, and we lost to them in a very close game 3. But let's see what we can do here. I'm going to keep this one. So they're going right in here. I mean, being on the play is just so good for them, right? Yep, so we're just going to die on turn 1 here. Okay, no. Love a Lotus. So didn't do very well here. We will have a turn 2 collector roof if we're able to get there. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can survive. I don't feel good about this post-demonic tutor, though. Yep. I just draw into Ancestral and win, probably, is what happens here. But let's see. There's no guarantees. You know, like my deck is, I would say, not favored against Doomsday, but I get a lot better post board. I mean, I can steal games in game 1, but it typically requires me to have a very powerful hand, and I need to be on the play. And being on the draw is just really not acceptable. You're going to lose more often than not. All right, well, let's see what they got here. I mean, I'm definitely spinning. Every creature we can put into play is really a bonus here for me. We're going to get a Ghast back. So, what I can do here, I'm going to play a Gaia's Cradle. Get this in. I could Besage them and take them off of days. I don't even think that really matters too much, though. Oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted to do. I was tapping the mana so I could float it from my root wall or use it for Besage. But anyways, let's see what my opponent has here. I didn't do a force count here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they did not have Force of Will. So this looks like it's going to resolve. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to Besage them and see if they have another land. Right? Let's take a quick look. Okay. This is what we're going to do for sideboarding here, guys. I know they side in Leyline, so I'm more apt to take out the Hogaaks and the Bloodghasts, do a little bit of cutting there, and I'm just going to run the Hex Drinkers, run a couple Hex Drinkers, just as a cheap creature that I can cast. I can pitch it to Endurance. Excuse me. This is a decent looking hand. Obviously, we need some help to get to apply some pressure, but we've got some. Chalice is very strong. We've got a wasteland, so these are things that we're looking to do. Yeah, exactly. So it's like a mulligan here. Like, yes, we have the Benjamin, but we're nowhere near animating it. Yeah, so we might need a bit of help here, but I feel like we sideboarded correctly because most opponents are going to side and ley line against you. But one top, one bottom. Okay. I'm going to wasteland my opponent here and throw a chalice down. And yeah, that's really good for me if that resolves. Because it takes away my opponent's ability to Lotus kill me. Now we are going to need some help here. We're going to have a good draw and bazaar here. I really would like to get some creatures on the table. Okay, Collector is fantastic. Okay, that is really unfortunate. Okay. I need that oof down and fast. I guess the chalice, the oof is not as good with the chalice in play, but still it's something I'd like to get into play. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Can't play around days here. All right, well, we've got the engine turning here. It's a little bit scary here. My opponent has 5 cards in hand, and we're not really doing much. We are going to need some help here. Okay, a wasteland would be nice. That is not what I want. Let's get in. Play around days here. I am going to come off my line here to get a Collector Roof into play. I just really want to get as much pressure in as I can. And hopefully we don't get punished for that line because I untap with a castable Endurance next turn. And if they can cast Doomsday here, I could die. Yep. Yikes. And I came off of Doomsday too. Or off Endurance. It was probably unnecessary to do that, you know. Well, let's see. My opponent passed turn to us last game. Funny enough, they forgot to fetch pre-Doomsday. One. Okay, so maybe they just have one on their pile there. Okay. Many forces. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So there might be a force in hand here. Yeah, they do. There is a force there. Oh! All right. Well, let's see. I think I do it now. I think I pitch it. Yeah, I'm going to pitch it now. I'm going to do this before they find a force of will in hand, potentially. Like, if they have one, so be it. Down to 1. Okay. Oh, they had a basic in there. They have an oracle? Yep. Yep, they got me. There's a trap, too. All right, well, I wanted to do it before they had force of will. So I don't know if that was correct or not, but all right. I like the way we're set up here. Yeah, it's always tight against Doomsday. But a lot better being on the play, I can tell you that much. Hopefully they do not have Leyline here, because the Blood Gas would be some welcome pressure. And of course, I'd really like the opportunity. Yeah, they do have it to be able to cast a turn 2 Collector Roof. We still have a chance if we hit a Hollow One or another Root Walla, but okay, we did. I feel like Mistup's really good. I don't think I'm Wastelanding next turn. I think I'm going to be casting Collector Roof. And I think Mental Misstep is pretty good in this matchup. Let's just hope we don't get Tabernacled. I think they only run 1 tab. Okay. I like all these cards. I don't want to spend my Bazaar. I do have to cram my card in, my Collector Roof into play here. It's a little bit awkward if I get dazed. Force of will, I think, is more reasonable. I can live with it, but it'd be nice if this resolves because it increases my chances of winning significantly. So maybe they have a cut down here. And we do have a misstep for that. Yeah, that's what they have. Okay, let's see if our misstep works. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, smart. I was trying to get them off guard here. I was going to surgical their stuff, but I should have waited until they fetched first. Dress down. Yeah, it's totally fine. That's weird. I guess it opens their mocks for a minute. Um, I don't think I bazaar here. I guess they just needed the card. Oracle, okay. Yeah. I'm not bazaring here. I don't feel like I need to. In my upkeep, I will. Like in my turn. Yeah, that's why. They cannot force a will me here. Well, I guess I can take their Thassa's Oracle away. Do I do it now? Force a negation would suck. But then again, I'm playing into Flusterstorm the other way around. But if I get their Oracles out of their deck, it's pretty good. But do I even need to do that? I don't think so. Well, I can play around Daze too right now. Like, why would they keep Force a negation in against me? Don't feel like I need to do anything here. I think both Misstep and Surgical are going to be decent. And my opponent needs to do something here. Okay. There you go, guys. So solid 3-1 in the preliminary here. Deck list felt pretty good. I won't lie. We got beat up pretty badly by the blue-black control deck, which I do actually think is a good match for us in general. Let's go back and look at that one as to whether I was playing a little bit too cautiously against them. I know we did, beg your pardon, excuse me, mulligan quite low in the second game there. But yeah, this deck ran really well. I think it was pretty well balanced. I don't think Hogak was really much of a player. It's hard to remember. I did a league earlier today, which I ran to a 4-1, and I cast it a couple times, but I don't recall actually playing it in this prelim. But I did like having the threat of it. It really upped the ante when my opponents needed to answer it. But of course, the most confluent hate that you're going to see is Leyline of the Void, and Hogak is obviously a liability in that regard. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Appreciate you hanging out as always. Please hit the like and subscribe button, comment, and we will see you next time.